So today we're going to look at finding the zero of a rational function. So if we recall, the zero of a function occurs when the function passes through the x-axis. For a rational function, if you have your x and y axes as asymptotes, you're not going to have a zero because it never will touch the x-axis. So you will only ever have a zero with a rational function if you have it moved and transformed. So an example would be this function right here. You can see that it crosses at approximately that point right there. So this is your zero. Now, obviously reading a graph is much easier than just given the formula and then trying to find the zero. So when you have a graph, you're just looking to see where on the curve, where the curve intersects the x-axis. Now, sometimes the graph might not even give you the full picture because it might be really hard to read, or it might be in between 2 points and you don't know if it's like halfway or if it's a quarter of the way or if it's a random decimal in between. So it is good to know how to use algebra to find the zero. So here's an example. Let's just do one example to show you how to do it. F of x is equal to negative 4 over 3x minus 7 plus 2. So the first step that you would do is you would take this f of x or your y and replace it with a big fat zero. And that's why it's called the zero, essentially, is because this becomes 0. Negative 4 over 3x minus 7 plus 2. So now we want to start isolating for our x. So we're going to take this 2, bring it over here. It's going to become negative 2 on this side. Now, the x is on the bottom of the fraction. So we need to bring it to the top of the fraction, and the way we do that is we cross multiply. So we take this negative 2 and put it over 1. We're going to take this value up here, let's put it in brackets. This fraction, this bottom of this fraction is going to multiply up with this number here. And this bottom of the fraction is going to multiply with the negative 4 up here. So we can rewrite this as negative 2 times 3x minus 7 is equal to negative 4 times 1. Now it's really important to remember to put the brackets around the bottom of this fraction here, because otherwise you might forget to multiply the negative 7 and then your answer will be completely wrong. So we multiply this in. Negative 2 times 3x becomes negative 6x. Negative 2 times negative 7 becomes positive 14. And negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. So now I'm going to bring the 14 over. It's going to become negative 14, negative 6x. This becomes negative 18. We're going to divide by negative 6. These negative 6's will cancel out, and we will get x is equal to positive 3. And that is how you would find your zero. So let's take a look at another example. Just clear this up, and let's take a look at another. Okay. So let's say that we have the function negative 10 over negative x plus 3 plus 5. So once again, the first step, we take this, make it a 0. Then let's bring the positive 5 over. It will become negative 5. Now we need to prepare for our cross multiplication. This will multiply up. That multiplies up. So we have negative 5 times negative x plus 3 is equal to negative 10 times 1. Negative x times negative 5 will give me positive 5x. Negative 5 times positive 3 gives me negative 15. This gives me negative 10. I'm going to bring the negative 15 over. So it comes negative 10 plus 15. This will give me positive 5. Divide by 5. And our x becomes 1. And that's how you would do it. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you guys tomorrow.